Hey. Damn.
I've been doing what I can, Still ain't feeling like enough. Better come up off them jams, true enough. Lift me off on a K for the week in a cup. Pick it up, tag along, bring it home, do it up.
Let's see. Okay, we have an A and B and C over here. I'm gonna stay organized with you guys, all right? The first thing I wanted to talk about, a lot of questions that have been going around is how's my recovery? I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Everything's going well. To be honest with you, the last few months have been a roller coaster ride. Just, this is my fourth knee surgery that I'm dealing with. So it sucks for sure. Guys, I'm over here getting distracted. I want to stay organized here, all right? Now, my recovery's going well, and I was saying that it sucks not being able to have everybody, from your support system around you because, everybody's worried and, you, like me personally, I'm more of I'm more comfortable when I'm just going at my rehab alone. But at the same time, being a 33-year-old now, like all I want to do is just make sure I'm supporting myself the best way I can. So recovery is taking its own, it's taking its own time, but I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fun to be able to like have everything that you can. It's good to have everything you need next to you, especially when you're dealing with such a traumatic injury, because trying to explain yourself and the pain that you're feeling internally is one of the toughest things to do. Recovery, going through all of that, it has its own runway and every person is different. I'm grateful that I've worked my tail off. I worked my butt off to be where I am today. I didn't skip any steps. I barely have had any time off over the last few years. So it was, how others say it's a blessing in disguise. This is an opportunity to rise. I do like the story of a phoenix where you go through the fire and you have these rebirths and you have these moments where you're able to show what you're made of, show what you're capable of, and you're able to do things that the mind only can do. You know what I mean? Your body is capable of doing a lot of things, but your mind is capable of doing so much more. So when I'm pushing past injuries, it does suck, like being on the sideline, but it also does improve your mental health. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but like being away from something that you love and you were taken away from it by chance or, coincidence, right? Even though there are no coincidences here in the universe. But, when I had that injury, man, it shocked me, but it made my faith stronger. Like it made me stronger after that moment. I knew I couldn't shrink in the moment after this. I know I have a lot of kids in the next generation that are looking up to me, a lot of children that look up to me that I really want to stand strong for. I'm making sure that I'm taking my rest and I'm taking my time, but I want to make sure that I'm standing strong for the next generation. Obviously this was just an injury in basketball, right? I'm in a combat sport. Certain things happen, but the way it happened and the way I connected to myself a lot more in my community was something that I can't take for granted ever. Like it just was, it was crazy, seriously, like guys, if you've ever been through an injury, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just battle with yourself, battle with your thoughts, because part of me as a hard worker wants to just go back out there and rush, but I don't want to rush back and get injured again. So there's always those thought processes, and I call them thought processes, but thought processes. And sometimes you could be, as an athlete, as an artist, you can be indifferent with your approach and your mentality. I'm very hard on myself. I'm a very hard critic on myself. I'm a self-celebratory person now and at this point in my life, but I look at the difference between how I'm handling it now and versus how I would have handled it in my 20s. And that's probably what I'm getting at to you guys. Don't let me overspeak here to you, but it's just like I feel so much better that I got injured now I'm in my 30s than I did in my 20s, because in my 20s I had that that ignorance is bliss type of metaphor or mentality going on, like where my ignorance was gonna get me through. Like I'm young, I'm able to do whatever I need to do. I'm able to, really step up and be better. right? But I don't know how I'm going to do it, and I need help doing that. Now that I'm a little bit older, you know, as some of you guys in the chat would say, that I'm at unk status, uh, even though I know I'm not. I'm still a baby in this world, you guys. You have no idea once you get to your 30s, but the way I'm handling it now is just so much more beautiful. You know, it's come with a lot of understanding what goes on with my emotions and what goes on in my everyday life that will help me stay inspired and help me stay focused, because it's tough, man. It's tough to stay focused even when you have all the tools around you. You know, a lot of people don't talk about that, where um, you know, they won't be honest with you guys and tell you like, hey, I messed up. You know, I've messed up a few times, and sometimes I don't know what's going on. So let me get back to this. Sorry, guys. Let me get that. Make sure I can see the chat, because yeah. But yeah, recovery is everything and more for me right now. You know, it's everything and more, and it's taking its toll on me. But I've also learned a lot about you know, what I want to accomplish when I'm done playing basketball. You know, this is it's just crazy. You know, it's just crazy. This is crazy because I have the time, but also I can feel guilty about the time, if that makes sense. Like I'll be feeling guilty and shit. I'll be like, man, I don't even know. Like, do I deserve this time to just rest? Like, part of my body is telling me like, yo, take it easy, and then another part of me is like, yo, just slow down. You know what I mean? Just slow down. So yeah, no, no, I appreciate you guys. No, real talk. I appreciate you guys. You guys are legendary in this chat. I appreciate all your prayers. I want to thank you first. And again, like, I'm going to take this time to really just be grateful for all of the prayers, all the well wishes, you know, in my 20s. And even when I first started becoming more well known, you know, sometimes I would feel like, do I deserve the love? Do I deserve the support? I know now I deserve it. And, you know, I'm grateful for you guys, because literally some of you guys have been growing with me since I was either, you know, early in my life, or, you know, you guys saw me pick up a basketball on TV, and, you know, as you guys appreciated my artwork and how much time I put into this game. And then also, I know some of you guys are just here because you're, you know, life supporters of me too, or we've connected on Instagram or Twitter, or we've responded back to each other here and there. You know, I do my best to be as human as possible being in this vessel. For real, like, I do my best. I try to do my best, like, and just normalize my life, because it's so, life is so quick. Life is just so quick. Like, time is so quick. And it feels like just yesterday, right, I was getting drafted and things of that nature. But now today at 33, it feels like, man, I've been around a lot, right? I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I continue to ask myself, what's next, right? And I have those answers. I write down my goals, but you know, when I'm dealing with a time like what I'm dealing with right now, it does feel awkward. You know what I'm saying? Like, being injured does suck. And I wish that you can hear from more of us about these things that happen to us, because it's easy to engage and connect once you know what's going on with another human being, right? I'm always going to make sure that I put it in front of you, like the gratitude of being alive. It always comes first, right? I'm always going to put God first. I'm always going to put my ancestors and their visions and dreams, you know, at times before my own. You know, I'm living on this earth because I'm a testament to their hard work. I'm a testament to all the things that they put forth for me to be alive.
What up, y'all? Time out. Time
I've
out,
been
y'all.
doing what I can, huh? Still ain't feeling like enough. Better come up off them jams, true enough. Lift me up on a K for the week in a cup, pick it up.
What up, y'all? Yeah. Hey, I ain't from LA though, but I'm letting you know I got my whole fam out there though. Hey. Damn.
I've been doing what I can, huh? Still ain't feeling like enough. Better come up off them jams, true enough. Lift me up on a K for the week in a cup, pick it up. Tag along, bring it home, do it up, true enough, huh? Tell him who is he on. Mr. Big Thoughts, good at bringing love. You only good at all that
you
shit
lip
talk.
lock.
Had to sneak it in, told him put it in a Ziploc. Shorty showing love later on, we got a lip lock. Damn, coming fresh off a cold case. Big smile, never catch me with a long face. Band after band, straight blew it like I smoke bass. Bitter ain't a feeling, I be feeling rather go chase hoes. That's fine to the bone, I'm a flirt and I ain't lying. I'm a die giving quotes in your IG captions is the lines that I spoke. Told a bitch stop trying, I ain't vibing no more. Goddamn.
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 Goddamn. Goddamn. Goddamn. Goddamn. Goddamn.
Hey, goddamn.
I might lean, I might fall, I might save, I might spend, I might ball. Shit, I might call, I might not, I might go to